In mathematics, fractions like 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 3 by 4, these are regarded as vulgar fractions. Right? Fractions, when you write numerator and denominator separated by a horizontal line, they are written in the form of fractions. 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 3 by 4, they are called vulgar fractions. But what is vulgar about it? Because according to dictionary, vulgar fractions means fractions that are shown as numbers above and below a line. Numerator above the horizontal line and denominator below the horizontal line, two numbers separated by a line, that is called vulgar fractions. Whereas the dictionary definition of vulgar is lacking refinement, lacking good taste, lacking politeness, that is crude, coarse, indecent, bad. Always it has a negative meaning. Impolite, rude, coarse, bad, ugly. So what is vulgar about it? When I write 1 by 2, is there anything ugly or bad about it? So students often confuse what is vulgar about it. When I'm writing 1 by 2 or 3 by 4 or 5 by 6 or whatever it is, what is so vulgar about it? What is the vulgarity here? It's not abuse, it's not rude, it's not crude, it's not indecent. So what is vulgar about it? Let us see why these are called vulgar fractions. First, let us see how the mathematics, the arithmetic book teaches the children. Vulgar fraction is a fraction written in the form of a by b, numerator by denominator, like 1 by 2, 3 by 4, 7 by 5. Now, you could either put a forward slash or a horizontal line. This horizontal line is preferred because the children can easily make out the set of denominators while taking LCM. If they have to take the LCM, then you can clearly see the denominators. Here, it could be a bit confusing. So the horizontal line, this format is usually preferred. But if you're typing on a computer, then this would be easier. So both of them are allowed. This is usually preferred in schools, particularly lower classes. And this is how we type. When we type on a computer, this is easier. So the numbers are written one above the other or two numbers separated by a slash or by a horizontal line. So that is vulgar fraction. The second category, decimal fraction. A fraction written as decimals using a decimal point. 0.5, 0.75, 1.4, 2.75. When you are using a decimal point, they are called decimal fractions, also known as decimals. So there's no problem with decimals. The problem is with vulgar fractions. What is vulgar about it? I don't find anything bad or ugly or indecent about it. What is vulgar? Let us analyze how the term vulgar came to be associated in mathematics with a set of numbers. Now we come to the main question, why the term vulgar was used. Vulgar, which means ugly, bad, indecent, why it was used. Historically, vulgar did not mean bad. Historically, vulgar means common or used by ordinary people. That was the original meaning of the word vulgar. Originally, the word vulgar did not mean bad, did not mean ugly. Vulgar did not have a negative sense. Vulgar meant, in Old English, common or used by ordinary people. So vulgar fraction means the usual fraction form used by common people in everyday arithmetic. Vulgar does not mean bad. In this context, vulgar, the Old English meaning, common or used by ordinary people. So vulgar fraction, the usual fraction format used by common people in everyday arithmetic. Even now you will see in villages, they prefer fractions rather than decimals. So Previously, fractions were always preferred, decimals being reserved for signs. Modern usage. Many textbooks now prefer common fraction or simply fraction because vulgar now sounds negative in everyday English. Vulgar, the meaning has changed. The old meaning, common, are used by ordinary people, common people. Now the meaning has changed. So some textbooks now prefer common fraction or just fraction. They avoid the word vulgar because in modern English, vulgar sounds negative. Vulgar means bad or impolite or rude. That's why sometimes in many textbooks they avoid vulgar. All the older arithmetic books, you'll find this word. But in modern textbooks, many textbooks, they avoid vulgar and use common fractions because vulgar has a negative meaning. But originally, in Old English, vulgar did not have a negative meaning. Vulgar in Old English meant common or used by ordinary people. That's why they use the word vulgar in vulgar fractions. But now vulgar is usually not used because it has a negative connotation in everyday English, in modern English. So one line reminder, vulgar means common or ordinary, not rude or impolite. That is the old meaning and that's the meaning we should attach when we say vulgar fractions. Right? When you are saying vulgar fractions, in that context, take the old English meaning. Vulgar means common or ordinary, not rude or impolite. So that was the secret behind the use of vulgar in vulgar fractions. Not bad, not indecent, not crude, not ugly, but used by common people, used by ordinary people when you say vulgar fractions. We shall come back again with more interesting videos. Till then, thank you and goodbye.